He's a big lug. He's my big salami. You want an elephant pond? I'm sure Ed can make you one. It'll make my life very, very interesting by sticking my hand in, and then you get to see that kind of behavior also.
Look at that. Hey, what's up everybody? Ed the Pond Professor here. As you can tell, we are back at Camp Kenan.
The heavens have opened up once again for me. Thank you.
We are here to build caiman alligator enclosure.
So excited about this build, guys.
Super, super excited. Yeah. Unfortunately, the time frame moved up a little bit.
Yeah.
But we want to do this to honor Fred, you, all the incredible reptile lovers out there by creating an incredible feature, just like we did for Slinky, just like we did for the recreational pond.
Yeah.
All these other features. So this one though is kind of unique because it's going to be such a long, kind of meandering jungle pool type of a system.
Yeah, it's exciting, you know. And the other cool thing is it's 3 separate enclosures,
yep,
but 1 water system, so that's unique.
Very, very unique. Starting up here at the top, we're going to have a wetland filter. Okay. So that wetland filter is going to detoxify the water. Water is going to overflow into a little meandering stream system, open up into a deep pooling area, and then it will continue down another little set of maybe some small riffles. We don't have a huge elevation change here, but we still want to have some of that oxygen kind of going in.
Cool.
Then it's going to terminate over in that pond down at the bottom, which is going to stretch out, and that's where our pumping system will be, and we're just going to recirculate all the water up to the top. I know you pointed out a couple things that we have to think about.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be a Camp Kenan build if there weren't some things that I had to stress you out a little bit. So we've got some electricity here, yep, okay, that is deep down. That's why we brought this pad up. We wanted to bring the level up, yeah, not only for the flow of the water, but to kind of keep that water from the bottom. You know, we have a high water table here in South Florida, yeah, so we didn't want any intrusion in that regard, yep, and make it easier for us. And also we've got my wellhead. This is for the house. So if you hit that, I know take you shower. And you're not going to like that very much after a few days working on the ponds. Yeah, so we do have a few things that we need to keep mindful of, but I think they're deep enough. The other cool thing, if I may, that I get excited about these enclosures is, yes, the prime animal is going to be the caiman crocodilians here. But what I love to do and why I think your ecosystems are the best is that they are in fact an ecosystem. Yeah. So caimans aren't the only animals in their ecosystem. No. We're going to have fish in here. We're going to also put some crayfish. Those are all going to become
very cool
food for the crocodilians.
I love it.
And I'm going to put some South American turtles in here as well. So it's going to be a really cool South American
This
ecosystem.
is getting better and better and better.
Oh, come on, you know me, man. I get goosebumps. I do. I love this stuff. I love when you guys come to visit.
So what we want to do next, we're going to start painting stuff out, make sure that everything is good, and then we're going to start digging.
All right. I don't know how excited I am about digging, but you guys are gluttons for punishment.
Kenan is always hard at work. He never stops. So thankfully he's not busy doing other stuff so he can help dig.
Yeah, if you stop working here, things fall apart really quickly.
Yesterday we started doing a lot of the excavation by hand, and that's because we didn't have an excavator here. So now we could increase our capacity for moving real quickly. We're going to hop down here and finish up the pond area. I want to give you a little bit of a walkthrough on what we've done so far so you could see kind of those steps, and then I could also explain what we're going to be doing moving forward throughout the rest of today. This is our pump intake bay. So this is at the same elevation as the pond. So you can see these panels that we have here. These are our AquaBlox panels. You've seen us use these probably thousands of times. So we have our AquaBlox panel here. We're going to build these into our blocks, which we've done over there. We just use this as a template. We put these on the ground and we can see exactly where we need to dig everything. We also located our pump vault over in this section. This is going to house the submersible pumps that are going to be responsible responsible for pushing the water all the way back up here for our filter, as well as any of the underwater jets that are going to help with the overall circulation of the feature. Once we get all this excavated, we're going to take the mini excavator, have him start digging our wetland filter, and then the rest of us will put in the geotextile fabrics, the rubber membrane, and then we also have concrete cloth on this project. Once it hardens, it creates a rock hard concrete surface that is going to be impervious to the claws of the caiman alligators. Kenan will be building a large structure similar to what he has over here for these gators for safety measures, so they will be completely enclosed inside of the space. He has 4 of these animals total, 2 on this side, 2 over here. There will be a barrier to keep them from intermingling. So we have a really neat idea. I'm going to use some of these culvert pipes to create a little bit of a tunnel system under here, and then this will also be that point of connection for that fencing to go across. Our rocks are staged over here. We have river rock coming tomorrow for the filtration. So a lot of things are going to be happening here very, very quickly. So what we're doing is we're creating a hiding area for the caimans as well as a connecting point between the 2 systems. So we're using these culvert pipes. Kenan uses them on a lot of things in and around the property here. You have all types of
definitely.
enclosures with these,
in fact, we even used it as a little bit of a bridge at the rec pond that you can actually swim through. If you have a large enough culvert, you create these caves, which is really nice because you guys do such a fantastic job of hiding this so you don't see it. Since they're caimans, they're powerful animals, we're just using this 1/2-inch rebar. We're going to wire it together and make a grating. If you look on the inside, there ain't no caiman busting through there.
No.
But the good news is that the debris, leaf litter and things like that, we'll be able to get through. And it'll make my life very, very interesting when I have to do maintenance by sticking my hand in and getting it out.
So what we're doing is we have our AquaBlox in place, water distribution system, and also the sedimentation chamber. The big tall structure in back we call a snorkel vault. That allows us access for cleaning. So every year we're going to come in, open up that lid, put a pump inside, and we can remove all the sediments that are accumulated down in the bottom. Very specific design. We have specific flow rates going through this thing to give us the nitrification cycle. The other unique thing that we have on this particular project is Kenan wants to have this double as a habitat for the caimans. So those lines are actually in place so we could know exactly the different water depths as well as gravel depths. Now that gives me a gauge, so I have an opportunity to increase or decrease the filtration according to the thickness of the gravel. This is an old school gravel filter system. This is providing a habitat for microorganisms to break down and detoxify the water. Once I have my filtration needs met, now I have the ability to increase or decrease the volume of water on top of the filtration bed. Kenan wants it deeper specifically for these particular animals. So this will become part of the habitat for the caiman alligators.
So this is an interesting section right now. This is not something you normally see in an intake bay. It's some chain link, and the reason I have to do this is because we're building this for crocodilians. So what we have to do to conform to these rules set forth by the FWC Commission is we need no less than 11.5 gauge chain link apron. There'll be one large timber post here, another here, and then this is going to get married into the actual perimeter fence and the containment for these caiman, because we don't want any caiman running around Jupiter, Florida. We kept the vault on the outside, so I'm going to be able to access them without having to enter the enclosure with the animals. So if I have any kind of maintenance issue that needs to be done with the pumps, I can just open this vault, reach down, clean out the pump intake, and then never miss a beat or miss a finger. That's a ha-ha, by the way. You're supposed to laugh when I say something funny, guys. Okay, good. So simply what we're gonna do is this will be suspended above. This is going to get nailed into the wood. We're gonna get some rock, hide it, and we will then conform to Florida Fish and Wildlife rules. There you go. Now you know, kids, Aquascape can do whatever you want. You want an elephant pond? I'm sure Ed can make you one.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna be going under the water and just gonna follow the fish and look for the turtles. It's gonna be fun.
a big dude.
Oh, the king of the camp, right?
He is still. Even though we have 12-foot alligators,
awesome.
Slinky is the man. Come on in, everybody. You know, last year when you guys came to help out, the reason when he's in whip mode, the last year we got him all sorted because he almost died on me from that cold snap. Slinky, Slinky. Oh, you haven't had one of those in a while, have you? He always does the head shake.
Does he really?
Yeah, he thinks it's alive. He just does that head shake.
Yeah, just instinct.
Yeah, but these are just crock biscuits, and he's a carnivore, no big deal. But what I like about these, come here, is we can really start with the enrichment. Come on in. So check this out. You can take these biscuits. Yeah. We'll give him another one. Let's see if he's gentle. Very good. Nice and gentle. No problems at all with Slinky here. We're doing good. I want to get his attention. Come on. What I like doing is I can throw that in the water, and then you get to see that kind of behavior also.
Look at that.
So this is what's cool about building an aquascape ecosystem pond for your animals, especially if they're aquatic animals. He's an Asian water monitor. And Ed,
yes,
1 year ago, this thing looked so barren, so lifeless, and now look at it. I mean, the plants have really filled this in, obscured some of the rocks, just like would happen in an actual ecosystem. So Slinky is probably the most spoiled lizard in the world, which is fantastic. That's my goal. Less about how many animals I keep, it's more about the quality of life I can give these animals. You know what's funny? Right now, Lisa, the camera person here, is just tripping on Slinky, aren't you? I wish we could get a shot of her face. Grab that camera, show her face, Ed. I'll do it. Watch this. Look at her. There you go. She's a little nervous. He's a big lug. He's my big salami. Usually if I walk up behind him too quickly, he'll give me a little slap with his tail.
Or when you try to take his meal away. Try to take a snake out of his mouth, he was not happy.
I know you guys got that for you, Roll.
He got a snake!
Oh, what?
No, don't do it, Slinky. Come here, Slinky. Don't do it. Do it.
No.
Slinky. Ow, ow.
I heard it. It was like a
whack. My God.
Oh. Incredible.
When I do videos
incredible.
or when I take still photos of him, it looks like he's in Southeast Asia.
It totally does.
I've even witnessed him in this pond use that tail. Yeah. He goes all the way at the bottom and he tries to corral the fish.
Come
with
on.
his tail.
What?
I'm telling you. But look at, he can swim.
He is super active.
Oh yeah. You know, the reality is the dwarf caiman are even smaller than Slinky. And if this is just a sliver of what's going to develop over there, then those caiman are going to be just as happy as the slinkster right here. And just his movements help stir up the water, help get some of that debris into that vault system.
That concept, what you just mentioned, it's known as a bioturbation.
Okay.
Bioturbation is there is an animal that's causing a disturbance in a system, and it's normal. This is a normal part of that ecosystem, and when you have the right animals in the right environment, you get better and better results. It speaks for itself. I mean, you got a bunch of little cichlids in here. He comes in, stirs everything up. This is pristine. I'm just blown away.
Life finds a way.
Yeah.